1964. His company saw action early, almost from the moment it entered the field, and in the course of the war fought in a number of major engagements, including Pea Ridge, Arkansas, Perryville, Kentucky, Stones River, Tennessee, Chickamauga, Georgia, and on Sherman's decisive march to Atlanta, when the will of the South at last began to fail. In the end, battle-scarred and weary, partly disabled by his wounds, Webb also suffered one of the sharpest sorrows war can ever inflict. This book is his story, set within the epoch of the war itself, and is based on various unpublished papers, including 90 remarkable letters he wrote from the field. It is rare for a historian to come into possession of a hitherto unknown cache of material as rich and original as this archive is, especially in such well-tilled ground. And I am conscious of my debt. That ground is hallowed, and the letters alone, as a full and unique chronicle of the war in the West, possess indeed an objective importance far beyond my own poor power to add or detract. In context, they are also the testament of a life, and that life belongs to the memory of the land. Webb was a farm boy. His forebears on both sides were of mostly English stock, and in the early to mid-1700s, branches of the family had settled in Connecticut, New York, and Vermont. By the fourth generation, some had moved to the Midwest, and eventually, Webb's grandparents, to Coles County, Illinois. There, Webb's father, John B. Baker, a schoolteacher, married Sarah Eliza Adams on June 20th, 1838. 3 years later, on Thanksgiving Day, 1841, Webb was born. He had a sister, Mary, who died quite young, and a brother, John, born on December 20th, 1843. The two young boys grew up together with a kind of closeness that even among brothers might be counted rare. Though Webb never put much stock in pedigree, there was also a touch of ancestral glory in his blood. His mother was the granddaughter of Elijah Adams, a soldier of the Revolution, and according to family tradition, a cousin of John Adams, second President of the United States. But in Webb's eyes, Elijah gave glory enough. As a soldier of the Continental Line, he had re-enlisted twice, fought in a row galley under Benedict Arnold, when Arnold was still loyal, on Lake Champlain, and at the end of the Revolution, when Washington had Cornwallis trapped at Yorktown, helped secure the Mohawk Valley in hand-to-hand combat with Indians and Tories in the battles of Johnstown and Canada Creek. After the war, he moved from Connecticut to Ohio, and on April 11, 1833, was granted an annual pension of $79.95 a year. He lived to be 89 and died on December 12, 1844, when Webb was 3. By then, the family had bought a 40-acre spread in Hutton Township, Coles County, and tried to make a living off the land. In those days, 40 acres was about the smallest spread of farmland one could buy, and their own formed part of the vast, level, unwooded tract or prairie that used to extend almost without interruption from Lake Michigan to the Mississippi shore. The land was high, dry, and rich, timber scarce, found mostly along the margins of rivers and streams, and the topsoil a black, friable, sandy loam. Beneath this, a thick red clay was finely mixed with sand. Webb loved to roam among the bushes of hazel and firs, small sassafras shrubs interspersed with grapevines, and everywhere in spring the immense profusion of flowers. In time he came to know by name the brilliant red tufts of Judas tree, Cercis canadensis, and the Lonicera flava, or yellow-flowered honeysuckle, which, with yellow jasmine, sweetened the air. In the spring, too, thousands of acres were reddened with strawberries, and just as lower Illinois came to be called Little Egypt, from its delta-like features reminiscent of the Nile, so central Illinois had, in a manner of speaking, its own biblical Red Sea. Oddly, or aptly enough, the land office where one recorded